Hey, today in this video, I'll show you how you can create a blog in WordPress. I'll walk you through step-by-step process of creating a blog in WordPress. So by the end of this video, you will be able to create a WordPress blog for yourself. Here you can publish your blog post, and if you click on read more, you'll be able to read the rest of the blog post. So without any further ado, let's get started. For creating a blog, the first step is to choose a niche. A niche means topic. It is the topic of your blog. So articles in your blog will be about certain topic. To understand what is a niche, here are some examples. So here we have androidlogbook.com, which is about tech. So the blog will be based on the tech industry. It will have articles about tech reviews, etc. And here we have another website, 101cookbooks.com. The website is about food and recipes. The domain itself suggests that. So this website will contain articles about different food items and recipes. So the next website is codecc.com. The niche of the website is computer programming. So the website will contain articles related to programming. It can also have courses on different programming languages, etc. So you will get a basic idea of what a niche is from these examples. It is important to choose a niche that aligns with your interest and passion. It will make creating content and building a brand in that niche much more enjoyable and sustainable. So here are some tips to choose a perfect niche for your blog. The first thing is that you should be passionate about it. Choose a topic that you're passionate about for writing your blog. This will help you to keep writing articles even when you don't have much traffic to your website. So you should choose a niche that you are passionate about. For writing articles, you don't have to be an expert. You can choose a topic that you want to learn, or you can choose a skill or something like that you want to learn and document the journey of learning that in your blog. So for example, if you are interested in playing some instruments or something like that, then you can choose a niche related to it, and you can write articles about how to buy a certain instrument, what to look for, etc. You don't have to be an expert in the topic, you just need to be interested in it. So the next thing is, it should not be too competitive. If the niche is too competitive, you won't be able to appear in Google. This is because there will be ton of other blogs about the same topic, and they will be ranking number 1 on Google. As a new blog, you don't have a chance to outrank them. So the next thing is, the topic should have enough audience. If you go for a less competitive niche, you would probably end up choosing a niche that has less audience. It should not be like that. The topic should have enough audience also. It should not be too competitive, and it should have enough audience. Then only you can get traffic to your website. If enough people don't care about the topic you choose, then they won't be searching about it in Google or other search engines. So you won't be getting any traffic to your website. So you should choose a niche that have enough audience also. Now let's move on to the next step of creating a blog. So here are some tips for choosing a good domain. The first thing is that it should be short. Your domain name should not contain more than 2 words. I would recommend 2 or 3 words. If the words are short, then you can have up to 3 words in your domain name. The next thing is that it should be unique. You can't choose a domain that is already taken by someone else. You should find a domain that is unique, and it should be related to your niche. Then your domain name should be easy to memorize. It should not contain special characters like hyphen, comma, etc. It will be difficult for users to read the domain. If a user visits your website and reads the domain name, they won't be able to remember the domain name later if it contains special characters. So a good domain name must be short, unique, and easy to memorize. So with that, let's move on to the next step of creating a blog, and that is how to purchase your domain name. So let's see how you can purchase a domain name. For buying your domain, go to hostinga.in. In the now bar, select domain, and here click on domain name search. So here you can type in the domain name you want to purchase. So I am entering my domain name. Then click on search, and it will show you if the domain is available or not. If the domain is available, you can purchase it. If it's not, you can't purchase it. Your domain name has to be unique. If it's already taken by someone else, you won't be able to purchase it. So find a unique domain name for your blog and enter it here. If it's available, you will be able to purchase it. So as you can see, Here my domain name is available. It costs around 299 rupees per year. So this is a demo domain. I'm showing it for you as an example. So click on add to cart, then continue to cart. So here choose a period for which you are planning to buy this domain. So if you select 1 year, you will have to renew your domain after 1 year. So if you select 2 years, you can renew your domain after 2 years. So here we have some offers. If you purchase the domain for 2 or more years, then you will have to only pay $299 for the first year and so on. So I'm purchasing my domain for 1 year and it costs 749 rupees. So if you purchase your domain for 1 year, after 1 year you will have to renew it. So it will be yearly plan. You will have to renew your domain after every year. So I'm selecting 1 year and then you need to create your account. Either you can enter your email address or use Facebook or Google to log in. After creating your account, you need to select a payment method. So here we have a couple of payment options. So I'm selecting UPI and here you can see the total amount you have to pay. For 1 year domain registration, it costs 749 rupees. So we have a 24% discount since we are purchasing the domain for the first time. So the next time when you renew the domain, you will have to pay 999 rupees. Then including some tax and fees, the total price of the domain is 900 rupees. So click on submit secure payment and here you can fill in your payment details. You can see the total amount right here. So this is for the first year. When you renew your domain, there won't be any discount. So it will cost around 1000 rupees. So after filling your payment details, you will be able to purchase your domain. So let's move on to the next step of creating a WordPress blog. Web hosting is used to deliver sites and apps online. In the early days of the internet, businesses and individuals needed to have their own servers in order to host their website. But now it's not like that. There are companies who provide web servers for rent. So for setting up your website, you need to buy a hosting. A hosting provides a server for storing your website. There are a lot of hosting providers. I'm selecting DigitalOcean because it is very fast. You can do your own research and choose any hosting you want. For buying hosting, I'm choosing DigitalOcean. You can choose any hosting service provider. I prefer DigitalOcean. Go to digitalocean.com and create an account. If you click through the link in the description and create an account, then you will get a $200 free credit. This credit will expire after 60 days. So for 60 days, you will have $200 in your DigitalOcean account. You can spend it on DigitalOcean itself. You can buy hosting for 2 months and other DigitalOcean products. So this free credit will be active only if you click the link in the description. While creating your account, they will ask you to verify. For verifying, you will have 2 methods. Either you can pay $5 through PayPal or fill in your credit card details. You will get the $200 free credit only if you verify through the credit card method. So I have already created my account. I'm just gonna log in. After creating your account, they will ask you to create a project. So this is how it looks when you create a project. You will have to enter the name of your project. After entering the name, you can add a description if you want. And then we need to select the purpose for which we are creating this project. So we are creating this for hosting our website or blog. So click on create project. And now they are asking if you have any existing resources that you want to move into this project. So we don't have any since we are creating the project for the first time. So skip that for now. Creating project actually helps to organize the droplet. So if you have more than one droplet, then you can organize it by creating a project for each. So inside the project that we just created, we need to create a droplet. So for that, in the top right corner, click on create and in the drop down, you will see droplets. Select that and we will see this page. Here we need to choose a data center region. So this is the place where we want to keep our server. So select a region that is closest to you. Then you will be able to access the website faster. So I'm selecting Bangalore since I'm from India. If you don't see your country here, then you can select a region that is closest to you. Always select a data center region that is closest to you or your website users, since it will make the website load faster and there won't be any latency issue. So after selecting that, scroll down. Now here select marketplace. So we have 2 options for creating a droplet. Either you can create a plain droplet or a WordPress droplet. If you create a plain droplet, then you will have to install WordPress in it manually. If you create a WordPress droplet, then WordPress will be pre-installed in it and you don't have to install WordPress manually. So we are creating a WordPress droplet since it is much easier. So here if you don't see WordPress in the recommended list, then you can search it right here in the search box. So select WordPress and scroll down. Here we need to select a droplet type. So here we have shared CPU and dedicated CPU. I'm selecting shared CPU. In shared CPU, CPU resources will be shared with other websites. In dedicated CPU, CPU resources won't be shared with anyone. A dedicated CPU will be given for hosting your website and it won't be shared with any other website. So I'm selecting shared CPU and dedicated CPUs cost more. So we are selecting shared CPU, and here in the CPU options select regular, and under that select the cheapest plan, that is $6 per month plan. For now this plan is more than enough. When you're starting out you won't have any traffic to your website, so this plan is enough. Most of my websites are hosted in this plan and it loads very fast. So for now the shared CPU plan is enough and the cheapest plan is enough. Scroll down and we need to choose an authentication method. So select password and create your root password here. Remember this password or note it down somewhere because we are gonna need this password while connecting to our droplet. So scroll down and here in the recommended options you can enable any of this if you want. So the monitoring is free, so you can enable that. Here if you want you can enable backups. This will take weekly backup of data in your droplet and store it in another server. It will cost you an extra $1. If you want you can enable that. Here we need to give our droplet a name, so type in the name of your droplet right here. If you want you can give tags. Tags will help you to organize droplets. So after that click on create droplet. It may take a few seconds to create the droplet. So now we have created our droplet. We need to set up WordPress in it. Here click on get started. This will take you to a guide that will show you how you can set up WordPress. So for setting up WordPress, we need to connect to our droplet. For that, in your Windows PC, open command prompt. In the Windows search bar, search for command prompt. In command prompt, type the command shown on the screen. Here after the @ symbol, enter the IP address of your droplet. So you can copy that from the DigitalOcean dashboard. Here you can see the droplet IP address. Copy that and paste it in the command prompt. After that, press enter. Now they are asking if you want to continue connecting. So type yes and press enter. So now we need to enter the root password. This is the password that we created while creating the droplet. So enter the password here. When you type the password, you won't be able to see it on the screen, but it is being typed. So it would be better if you copy it from somewhere and paste it. So I have typed my password. And as you can see, it is not showing on the screen. Press enter and you are connected to the droplet. If you have already purchased the domain, then you can enter it right here, or else you can leave it here. The website is already up, so we can connect the domain later. You can visit the website by copying this IP address and paste it in the browser. Here you can see WordPress installation. So select the language and click on continue, and we need to enter the site title. So this is the name of your website. Now we need to give a username and password. So this username and password will be needed while logging into your WordPress, and you need to give your email. WordPress notifications will be sent to this email. So after that, make sure that this box is unchecked. This will discourage search engines from indexing this site, so we don't want that. Now click on install WordPress, and you have successfully installed the WordPress. You can log into your WordPress by clicking on login, and you can see you need to enter the username and password. Here if you check the remember me box, then you don't have to enter the username and password every time you log into the WordPress. So click on login, and now you are logged into your WordPress dashboard. So this is the WordPress dashboard. Here you have posts. You can see all the posts that you have in your website. So now we have only one called hello world. You can create a post by clicking on add new. You can visit the website by clicking on visit site right here. So this is how our website looks now. We have one post that is hello world. If you click that, you can read the post. So this is the template of our website for now. You can change that in the WordPress dashboard. So I will make a video on how you can do that later. Now we need to connect the domain, since we don't want this IP address as the URL of our website. So we want to access this website by entering the domain name that we purchased instead of this IP address. So let's see how we can connect domain. So I'm using Cloudflare for connecting the domain to the website. Cloudflare will provide us free SSL certificates. So create an account in Cloudflare. I have already created my account, so I'm just gonna log in. So after creating the account, they will ask you to add a site. So this is how it looks. You need to enter the domain name right here and click on add site. After adding the site, you need to choose a plan. So scroll down and here you will see this free plan. So Cloudflare provides SSL certificates for free, so you can use it. Here select the free plan and click on continue. Now it will show you the DNS records in this domain. Scroll down and click on continue. Now they will give you this name servers. Copy it and go to Hostinger dashboard. In Hostinger dashboard, go to domains and here you will see the domain. Click on it and then you will see this option called name servers. So we need to change the name server. So here by default it is given Hostinger name servers. We need to change it into Cloudflare name servers. So click on change and here select change name servers. Change this name servers. Paste the name server that we copied from the Cloudflare dashboard and click on save. So now the name servers have been changed. So we have pointed the domain name servers to Cloudflare. Now we will be able to manage DNS records easily. So go to Cloudflare dashboard. So here now that we have added the name servers, click on done check name servers. So here they are showing this quick start guide. So I'll click on finish later. And we have successfully completed the name server setup. Now we need to point this domain to DigitalOcean where we have hosted our website. So now this is how our Cloudflare dashboard looks. So now we need to add a DNS record for connecting the domain to the server in DigitalOcean. For that, here click on DNS. So here we need to add 2 records. I have already added these records, so I'll delete it and show you again. So now click on add record and here in the type select A and in the name enter your domain name. You don't need to enter the full URL, only the domain name. And after that we need to enter the IP address of our server. So we can copy that from the DigitalOcean dashboard. So here in the DigitalOcean dashboard, you can copy the IP address of this droplet right here. Click on copy and it will be copied. Copy the IP address and go to Cloudflare. Enter the IP address right here. Now click on save. So make sure this proxy is turned on and then click save. So here we need to add one more record. So click on add record and here in the type select CNAME. In the name option type www and in the target enter your domain name. After that make sure the proxy is turned on and click on save. So we have added the 2 DNS records. Now if we enter this domain name in browser, we will be able to access the WordPress website. So now I'm entering the domain name in the browser. So as you can see, the WordPress website is loaded. We need to change a couple of things for loading this image right here. So go to your WordPress dashboard and here in the settings go to general. So as you can see, our WordPress address URL is still the IP address. So we need to change that into our domain name. Change your site address URL also and scroll down and click on save changes. Now we will have to log in again. So after logging in, here you can see that we are able to access the dashboard with the domain name. So for accessing the dashboard, you need to enter the domain name /wp-admin. So if you click on visit site, you can see that the website loads perfectly fine. The image has been loaded. There are no errors. So now we have successfully connected the domain that we purchased to our WordPress website. So now this is how our website looks. I have changed the template to GeneratePress. Also I have added some demo content. So you can make your own customizations to your website. I'll make a video about it later. So that's all in today's video. Hope you were able to follow. I have wrote an article about the same topic. You can check it out if you want. Like and share this video. Subscribe to Blogger Score for receiving more videos like this. See you next time.